Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Max, and I'm from the Rise SA team. Together with Ms. Boyton today, I will be your facilitator. And today we're going to chat about the Rise one-stop cloud system that combines accounting, communication, and administration all into one system that is school-specific. We include tools such as the O43 form and budget form for all expenses, and as well as other school-specific functionality. Before I pass on to Ms. Boyton, I would request that you do keep your microphone muted for the duration of the call. I will open the floor on later for questions, but if you do have a question midway through, you can type it into the chat. Okay, perfect. So, Mrs. Boyton, you can take over.
Good morning. I'm going to run the forum this morning, so not my strong suit, but we're going to try. Okay. Our first point on the agenda is cash versus accrual accounting reporting. Most schools use a cash basis for reporting on the system. As you are aware, I think we all want to know what cash we actually have in the bank. So basically, the pros and cons of accrual accounting, it means it's a bit more complicated, and it suits some businesses because they don't get paid straight away. If you take, for example, like architects, they actually provide a service before they've even been paid. But it can actually, accurately track their finances. So most schools just use a cash versus system. So I am going to show you now the income statement, cash basis, and how to drill down. I'm just going to share my screen here quickly. Okay, so this is the RISE system. If you go to accounting, you will see under reports, you have an income statement cash basis or accrual basis. Because we use mainly the cash basis, we will basically run a report. You can choose your dates from when you want to run your report. You can select the year, the date. Now we've got here income, but now we don't know where this income comes from. It's just income. So we can drill down on this income, check the transactions on this particular income. And now you will see yes, payment receipts, dates, the amounts that was paid that makes up that total of 22,000. You can actually drill down on any of these payment receipts as well. And you can basically see that's the person who paid, when he paid. He paid 5,000 Rand. The payment methods in here, he paid cash. And what you can also add here is memos. So if you want an internal reference, external reference for the customer, you can actually put a memo here, down here, whatever you want. Internally, you can maybe just put a short description of school fees or things like that. Just any way you like it. So you can see here that you can basically see every transaction on this cash income statement. I'm not really going to explain the accrual and how to drill down because it's basically exactly the same. It looks like this. You're going to have the same effect, checking the transactions of the income and where those amounts come from. You can see that's the tax invoice. You can drill down on that. You can see here why he was invoiced. This is the invoice, the actual invoice of 1,500. So this is services basically that might not even have been paid because it's accrual. But otherwise, that's what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next subject. Customizing statements with terms of payments and school banking details. Now, this is for every school. You can basically add your own school's logo. You can add your banking details. So what we do is we go to the quick menu and settings. And here you will find this is your school details. You can change this. You can add this logo of your school here. You can upload this logo. All your information is on here. If you go to general settings, you will see here is emails that you can set up. So you can CC yourself your email, or you can set up multiple email addresses where you want this to go. The accounting, this is your accounting settings. All your bank, your opening balances, your main items. If you go to print form setup, now this is where you can change your stuff. So you can, if you want your cash receipt or your statement to actually show detail of your school, you can upload an image on the left footer, center one, or on the right one. Yeah, you can add banking details. You can also put your terms and conditions of payments, or whatever you feel like that is your school's policy, or whatever, you put it in there. So it's quite easy. You can change it for everyone. You can put in your cash receipt something. When it prints, it will show you cash sales, credit notes, deposits, anything that you want to change. Add. You can add at settings. Okay, so this is your school. Right, we're going to the next one. Now this is a very interesting one because you can view learners' upcoming birthdays or how many males and females you have in the school. So we go to school, we go to administrator's workspace. Right, here on your right, you can see all the birthdays in March. Scroll down, these are all the kids who have birthdays in March. You can see this little statistic here, shows you how many boys there are and how many girls there are in total in the school. So this school has got 50% boys, 50% girls. Very unlikely, but yeah. Now you can also check per grade, how many males, how many females. That's interesting. And you can also see per class over here, how many males, how many females. Just an interesting dashboard this that you can just get your learners' details from, quick and easy, so that you know today this guy is maybe having a birthday and you can wish him happy birthday. Right, point 6, you can view your accounts. Now, if you go back to accounting, under reports, no, sorry, when you go to sales, because we're going to check this, the customer detail now, basically your learners. You will see under reports, you have sales, you have this AR, aging due date. Now that's like an age analysis on any system. If you don't tick this, basically you don't add any grade in here, it should give you detail for the last should give you the detail of the whole school when you run this report. It should be including everybody, every customer that you have in school. So this is what it looks like. You can basically see this is the learner. This is where you've invoiced him. You can also drill down on these invoices to go and check the actual invoice. So you just double click on that. And now you can see he was invoiced for school fees, and that's the amount. So you can go back on the receipts as well, drill down. You can see he paid, and this was an EFT, so he paid into the bank, and he paid 13,000. You can see there's another receipt added. There's another tax invoices added. So his balance at this stage is what is due, is that. No, he paid too much. His balance due is minus 10,390. So maybe it's still going to be invoiced or whatever, but you can check each learner on this report, basically, to see where your age analysis stands. If you just want to go per grade, you can select a grade and rerun the report, and it will just give you the people in that grade. So you can choose it per grade, or use it to go through your whole age analysis. Now, the one that's interesting is the 043 report. Our next point, you basically go to school. Under reports, you will find WCED 043 report. Now, this is one of my favorite stuff because this report works in the background while you're working. So you only draw this report, and it doesn't take you endless hours of time to fill out a spreadsheet to see what your balances are. So we can select this period, basically, quarterly or semester, depending on what your school uses. I'm not going to say for the 4 quarters, we are going to run this report. So yeah, you can basically run for 3 quarters, 2 quarters, 1 quarter, or your 4-quarter report. Now, this is what your report looks like, exactly like what the WCOD want in the report. It's set up specially so that it looks exactly the same as what they need. Now, this report now says at the bottom here, not all the accounts are linked to WC 043 entries. So now you must go and check your accounts. Why is there some stuff not allocated to that report? Now, it tells you this general expense is not allocated to your WCED 043 report. So you can physically double click on this. It opens your accounts. Yeah, you can allocate this. That's an expense. So you can go and allocate this to your expense account. So under expenses, there should have been like something saying it's other expenses or it's LTS or whatever. So then you would select that and create it, and it will come in here, and you can just save and close. And then this little note at the bottom will not happen again. Then all your accounts should be allocated. Then we're going to go to the last one. It's how to do textbooks, how to do a textbook issue, return, or an audit. So once again, you go to school. Under school, you've got textbook keeping. You have 3 ways of efficiently creating inventory stock for the textbooks. So if you do not use barcodes, you can use a barcode as well. You can basically create any textbook over here. You can put it there, you can create and say this is this type of book. You can say what the condition of the book is, everything, and close it. So either on the inventory or on the barcode, you can create multiple barcodes here for multiple books. What is nice about this is you can actually, if you go to textbooks, you can see exactly when you've booked it out. Yeah, I've issued this book to this person, the date I did, you've done it. And then when this book comes back, you can actually return this book back into your bookstore or your textbook store, and you can do an audit on these books. If you go under the reports, you can go and look at textbook returns, run the reports, and it will basically show you the reports, which kids return books, which was issued, and textbook audits to make sure that when your auditors come, it's so much easier just to run this report and make sure. I see there's just no detail in here, Anna, but there should be detail of the student, the class, the grade, any textbook that was issued. It's a very nice function to have. It will help your teachers to manage your bookstore more efficiently. Thank you. I think that's it from me. I'm going to give it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Okay, so I'm just going to speak a little bit further about our system. Okay, so as schools, we face many challenges, such as multiple duplication, not having enough time in the day to do all of your auditing, to finish all of your processes, and the cost of paper and time is really high, as well as not having access to correct and real-time information, such as if you need to pull out a document on a learner, you have to look through tons of paper to get that document, and it may not even be the one that's up to date. So with our system, which is all cloud-based, you get access to real-time data as and when you need it. So a study was conducted by Deloitte on 500 IT leaders. 58% of them preferred cloud-based systems due to security and data protection, 44% because of data modernization, and 32% because of cost and performance of IT operations. So through our research, we found that emailing statements, which is another function of our system, save schools up to 20,000 Rand a year. They also save on IT infrastructure with laptops and computers, and save big on system updates and data recovery because you're using one system and it's all cloud-based. You can also save a minimum of 12 hours with the automated O43 form, which is unique to our system, and nobody else has that. So on my screen right now is the Communicator App. So a lot of schools use the D6 Communicator App. A function of our system is we have a school communicator built in. So you can download it from Android or iOS. So all learners' parents can download it. And you can actually link the app as a parent to a learner. So you'll get all of their notifications. And if you look to the right of the screen, you can see that it also has all of your income and expenditure statements, which is also a unique feature of our system. So this is linked to the back end that the bursar uses. So parents will be able to view statements, view invoices, see the balance, how much they owe, or how much they've paid off in the past. Another feature of our school communication system is that when you do posts, parents will have the functionality to like a post. So you can see the outreach and engagement between your posts and what the learner's parents see. Because sometimes if you do give physical reports or physical statements to send home, it doesn't always reach home. Whereas from the app, it's always accessible at any time.
So with that, I'd like to adjourn this meeting, and I'd just like to say thank you to Ms. Boysons for presenting today, and thank you all for joining us today. My email is in the chat, so you guys can save it, and if you'd like to contact me at a further date about the system, or if you have any inquiries about it, you can. I really appreciate your time and hope that you guys have a wonderful day further. Thank you so much.